I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect, all the sincere Akim, scattered throughout the four corners, pushing the Heavenly Father's word out of a pure heart, in sincerity and in truth. And for the ones who don't know, Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahushai, that's the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. In this edition, I'm going to go into the book of Mark, chapter 16, and verse 18. And it reads, they shall take up serpents. Now the they, of course, is dealing with the apostles, the elect, those that follow the Lamb. All right. So it says, and they shall take up serpents. And when it refers to the serpents, I'm going to give you a precept. I'll show you. We know, according to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, that serpent is referring to Esau, that red dragon. And let's see here. This is Revelations chapter 12 and verse 9. And it says, the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. So that great red dragon, called the devil and Satan, is referred to as the serpent as well. Now I want to get another precept in the book of Matthew to show you that the children of the devil, which are these wicked Israelites, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 23. Yahushua referred to them wicked Israelites as serpents as well. So this is Matthew 23 and verse 33. And it says, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, referring to Israelites, wicked Israelites, just like you have today. All right. So it says, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? And this was Yahushua basically rebuking those wicked Israelites, those wicked Pharisees. Just like you have today, you have wicked Israelites, whether they part of the One West alphabet boys, whether it's part of the wicked pastors teaching Christianity. You have wicked Israelites, and that's why Yahushua referred to them as serpents and vipers. All right. So let's go back to the book of Mark 16 and 18, and it says they shall take up serpents. And I'm gonna give you a couple precepts and show you what it's referring to when it's referring to the apostles. All right, taking up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. Now, I want to get a precept to show you that deadly thing that the Lord referred to as righteous men drinking. Let's get the book of Revelations. The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 4. And it reads, and the woman, that same red dragon, all right, the same devil, that old serpent, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination, filthiness of her fornication. And that's that deadly thing, those abominations, filthiness, and fornication, which are pushed by Babylon, basically referring to confusion, witchcraft, that magic. All right. So reading verse 4 again, it says, the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stone, and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations, filthiness of her fornication. So that's the deadly thing that the Lord was referring to in the book of Mark. Uh, in the book of Mark, so and if they drink any deadly thing, so that deadly thing, like we showed, is those abominations. Basically, like I said, the confusion, the lies, deceit, deception, and magic. All right, that's pushed by Babylon. All right, the nation of Edom. So it says, it shall not hurt them. It shall not hurt them. Why? Because they're have the wisdom of the Lord. All right, and able to have the vision to see right from wrong and discern uh, right from wrong. All right, not like those who follow after man or follow after their own heart. All right, they don't have the wisdom and the vision to see what's right and what's wrong. For an example, you have guys, niggas with Bibles, all right, teaching uh, that filthiness and abominations, all right, that's in that golden cup, all right, and teaching it as the Lord's word. All right, another example, Christianity. Christianity is basically inside that cup as well. All right, and you have millions of people drinking it. All right, an example of being hurt, meaning to be contrary, to be adverse against what's written in the book. Remember, the scripture says, the wisdom of this world, all right, and that's what's in that cup. The wisdom of this world, which is confusion, all right, which is full of deception, all right, full of witchcraft and sorcery, man. That's what's in that cup. So the wisdom of this world is wickedness, meaning foolishness to the Most High, man. All right, thus saith the Lord. So it says, and it shall not hurt them, because they have the spirit to discern good from evil, man, through what's written in the book. All right, they shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. All right, and recover the hands basically is referring to what's written in this book, man. That's how you get healed. That's how you're able to convert through the wisdom that's written in the Bible, not the wisdom of this world. The wisdom of this world is confusion. It's considered magic, and that's why basically the masses, all right, have been putting this the so-called white man with his agents, those that teach his madness, all right, the children of the devil, those that's fulfilling the lust of their father, which is that great dragon, which is that old serpent, all right. So it says, they shall lay hands on the sick, all right. The sick is basically those who don't have the knowledge of what's written in the book, all right. Those who don't follow the Lamb, all right. So it says, and they shall recover. So now I want to give you a precept and show you exactly what this is referring to here in the book of Luke, chapter 10. Luke chapter 10 and verse 19. And it says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents. To tread on serpents. Now I want to look up this word serpent here. As you can see, snake, serpent, which this is not referring to a literal serpent. All right, just like in the book of Genesis, it's referring to a cunning man. All right, a sly man. All right, it says here, which the ancients, the serpent was an emblem of a cunning and wisdom. All right. It says the serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil, a deceiver. All right, so that's what's in that cup. All right, that's what the world is drinking, that abomination, filthiness of the wrath of that old serpent. And like I say, you have serpents amongst Israel. All right, those pastors, the Christian church pastors, they would be considered serpents. Why? Because they're teaching the deception, the lies, the witchcraft, and confusion of Babylon, that old serpent. All right, so it says sharpness, a snake, as a type of sly meaning slick, cunning. It says malicious person. All right, malicious person. And those who teach contrary and adverse to what's written in the book, meaning to teach the madness, to drink the wine, and and the philosophies and the abominations and filthiness of the so-called white man, is considered malicious people, man. All right, it says especially Satan. All right, meaning to be adverse to what's written, man, adverse to the truth. And we know the opposite of a truth is a lie. All right, so it says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy." All right, and according to what the book of Psalms, chapter 82, we know the enemies is the nation, starting with the main nation, Edom. All right, the same great red dragon. All right, that same woman in Revelation 17 with the cup in her hand that's full of what? Abomination, filthiness, and wrath. Okay, that's the enemy. And it says, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. And that's the proof that it's not referring to a literal snake, all right, or literal poison. All right, the poison is the witchcraft, the magic, all right, that's being taught in this world today, in society today. And like I say, you have Negroes, all right, children of the devil. That's why in John 8:44 it says ye, referring to those serpent and generation of vipers. All right, whether you part of the Christian church, all right, no matter if you part of the conscious community, all right, don't matter if you just a wicked Negro, all right, an old covenant Israelite, all right. That's the enemy, man. All right, that's who it's referring to. All right, starting with that old serpent. All right. So it says, reading again, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." All right, meaning the madness that's taught in this world, because the men of the Lord will be able to discern between what's good and evil. All right, so let's get one last precept in the book of Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4, and show you that power that the Lord gave the men that follow him. This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare," all right, and those weapons is the wisdom, okay, the knowledge, okay, of what's written in the book. All right, remember he said this word is like a sword, man. All right, powerful, quick and powerful sword. That's what he compared this word to, man. All right, so it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to pulling down strongholds." Strongholds meaning that confusion, that wine, all right, that filthiness that's in the cup of Babylon, man. The confusion that's in the cup of Babylon. All right, that's the strongholds that the men of the Lord are set up to pull down through the knowledge and wisdom that's written in the book. Verse 5, "Casting down imaginations." All right, and that's an example of us treading on serpents. All right, casting down imaginations through the wisdom and knowledge of what's written in the book. All right, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the power. and every high thing that exalted itself, referring to those lies and that confusion, all right, that's taught, um, like I said, starting with that old serpent, but also with those serpents and vipers that Yahweh Shai referred to, referring to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, man. All right, you Baptist church preachers. All right, you Jehovah wickedness. All right, those who are part of that madness. All right, you have the One West Christian Judaism doctrine. All right, you got the conscious of community, the conscious community. All right, they exalt that madness over the Most High, against the Most High. All right, so it says, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. All right, so that's an example of Mark 16 and 18. Let's go back to it. Mark 16 and 18. It says, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. It shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall be recovered. Through what's written in the book, not through the madness that's being taught in this world, man. All right? Not through the madness that's being taught in this world. Like I said, first by that old serpent, which is the devil, referring to man. All right? The nation of Edom, who's known as Babylon. All right? In the book of Revelations and all throughout the Bible. And also, let's get that John 84. That John 8 and 44, Salakia. And also by those serpents and vipers amongst Israel. This is 8:44. John, it says, ye are of your father the devil, referring to those serpents and vipers. All right. And it says, and the lust of your father ye will do by teaching lies. All right, deception. All right, confusing, basically putting spells on people through the so-called white man's magic, man. All right, he was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth. Remember, the opposite of the truth is a lie. Read Noah, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. All right, and that's what's in that cup, man. All right, plain and simple, lies, man. All right, and he says, for he is a liar, referring to the nation of Edom. All right, he is a liar. All right, meaning a deceiver. Okay, and the father of it. All right, and basically, that's the point. Hope you brothers was edified, and with that, I'm gonna say shalom.